Hello, this is Victor, StoryMercedes.com. This is final video for Lars in Sweden with throttle bodies repaired and e-gas module tested. Okay, Lars, so these are connected. I wanted to make this final video just so you see that combination with your e-gas and both throttle bodies work in the vehicle now. I did test them a lot, and that's basically all proven that these are now working units. They will work. Okay, so let's put on the ignition. First we're gonna test them when ignition is on and throttle's energized. Now on the driver's side, the motor on the driver's side is a little better than the passenger side. The problem with motors is that this one, the gear was stuck, so the motor worked really hard to turn the gear, and for that very reason the bearings, they worn a little bit, but it's not a big deal. Once they heat up, then the motor becomes quieter. All of these throttle bodies with the bigger bolts, they do make noises, so the motor still turns. It's just the way it is. So right now, if we're gonna open them, as you can see, if I open close, I mean slowly, obviously we don't have any problems here with noises. But if I'm gonna go fast, you might hear a noise here and there. But obviously most of the motion of the throttle is gonna be within this range. That's like half throttle, so motor doesn't turn a lot. We're talking about the noise when it goes fast. See, that's the noise. But again, do not mind that. Most of them, pretty much all of them, make the noise. If some of them have better bearings, then they work a little better. The bearing is not the needle bearing or anything. It's just a brass bearing. It just sits right on the shaft. Mercedes changed them to ball bearings in later production throttle bodies in 95 model years. But then those motors fail often. These don't fail as often as the newer ones. So it's actually, you would rather have a noise than burnt motor, because that's just the way they are. So once they warm, as you can see, it's much quieter. But like I said, do not be alarmed. Now another thing I want to show you, that this is your e-gas module here. That's your e-gas, so you know that your e-gas energize these throttles. That is my e-gas. As you can see, I don't have a sticker, a gray sticker on it. So and well, of course, the usual, they're connected with all of these adapters. As you can see, the noise, sometimes it appears. Now there's one more thing that I noticed on your connector on the passenger side before I unplug everything. On the passenger side connector, there is supposed to be a little clip here. So when you turn the connector, it's very tight, so when you turn the connector, the clip is supposed to engage into this little notch here. If we go and look on the driver's side, you will see that, you see how this little clip here, this is spring loaded. This piece right here, rather, it is engaged underneath, and it engages to the piece that's on the throttle. But this part right here is, this one right here is, oops, right here. So this is broken off. Now I could have replaced it, but the problem with that is, once you remove the spring and everything, it's gonna fly out, and putting it back together successfully might not be an option. So the work around it, when you turn and lock in the unit, right, see, it's so tight. I mean, if you're gonna just break those little tiny clips, everything is gonna fall apart. Let me see if I can maybe put the cell phone down, or maybe kind of like jam it in here so I can turn that thing. So as you can see, it's quite tight. Okay, let me put the cell phone down for a second. 1 second. And we turn it. Okay. Okay. So now it is in closed position. So as you can see, the clip is missing. What you're gonna have to do is, what I would have done is I would have put the zip tie over here around it to hold it in closed position. It has to be in closed position like this. So if you're not going to do it, it's going to undo itself. So you want to have a zip tie running around, holding it in down position, so it's pushed down onto the connector that's on the body of the vehicle. Otherwise, as you can see, it undoes itself and it will pop off, so the throttle will shut down. That's another thing you do not want happening. It appears that somebody has a hole over here, so it looks like somebody already has a pin. Yeah, it looks like it. You guys already know about this, looks like. Okay, so it looks like somebody drilled a little hole here, so you can put the pin in there, so this is not undoing itself. Okay, so I guess I just noticed that. That's actually pretty neat. I was gonna say like drill something through, but you already did that. Okay, so I'm sorry, waste of time. Anyway, so you know about that situation, so you're good there. As a matter of fact, this hole is original piece, because on this unit you have a little, yeah, okay, so see, it's not the hole that was deliberately made, it's the opening from original clip. It's just molded sort of, but you can still put a little pin in there, so it will hold it in close position. A zip tie around it would also kind of help, so you would want to do that zip tie. All right, so let's do the engine start. Let's do the engine start and show you the units operate when engine is running. So we'll start the motor. Now, of course, it's cold start. The car hasn't been running for like 3 days, but you see there are no ASR lights on the dash, and throttles gonna do, as you can see, they both activate. So the noise, again, once it warms up, it becomes much less. No ASR light, no ABS light, so we're clear in this department, so we should be fine. I cannot do it from under the hood a lot because it will trigger limp mode, but as you can see, they activate. They work when the engine is running. That's important. Okay, so basically I'm gonna wrap it up. It's getting late. So these units are ready to go, and they will work fine in your car if they work in my car, so you'll be all right. All right, so I'm gonna calculate the shipping cost right now, and I'll send you an email. All right, this is Victor at RestoreYourMercedes.com. Thank you for watching.